So tool number one, letter from future self to your present self. When you're going for A to B situation, A where you are now, B is your ideal future, and then we are looking for escape route out of this tornado, and then we proceed according to the steps. So we are writing a letter from our future self to our present self, and it could be done in several ways. The simplest way is to just describe your ideal day in 5 years' time, 10 years' time. What are you doing? What are you feeling? Who you're with? Where you are? All these details you can give. And this just describes your lifestyle, if you wish. This describes how you're feeling, how what are you thinking about, what are you doing, and so on. It describes more of an external life as well. If you are in this tornado situation because of relationship situation, when you go through separation now, and the relationship situation is at forefront of your attention, even though in this particular case you also have professional change, you have change of place of residence, and according to my observations, very often these things happen at the same time in some shape and form. Not necessarily as dramatic, but in some shape and form. But there is a big change. There is a big change. But there is a tornado, it is a tornado. It lifts and it reshapes and it re-evaluates everything. So, but if you want to focus on relationships specifically, what you can do, you can describe from your future self to your present self, you can describe the quality of relationships that you're having. And now notice I said the quality. You're not describing the person you're with, whether or not you would like to get back together with your ex-partner, or you want to meet somebody who will represent the ideal partner. This is not about this. This is not about person at all, because at a level of projection, external people in our life represents part of us, which we long to own, but we don't. So if you go on from relationship perspective, no projections, no nothing, pure relationship as relationship, what kind of relationship you're having in future? What kind of words you can use to describe relationship? Because relationship could be different. They could be loving, they could be quiet, they could be stormy, they could be passionate, they could be, I don't know, they could be cuddly, they could be fiery. They're all different ways to describe a relationship. So try to focus on description of relationship, not a person you're with. Then what happens when you really, really describe what it is that you want to have in your future? Unconsciously, you start moving in this direction as soon as you finish this description. It's not going to be overnight, obviously. It's going to take some time to manifest in the external, but you are going to start moving in this direction straight away, because it will be like your sat-nav. It will be something that you already entered somehow into the deep level of your subconscious, and your subconscious will help you with people, situations, your own behavior, resources, research, and so on, to attract the situation while you will be going about your usual days and so on. So what can happen regarding the partner? Either your current partner, which is ex-partner in this case, will start showing a different side of themselves to you somehow, because you will start behaving differently, because you will determine really what you want, and you start behaving from this perspective. Then basically by the sort of energetic resonance this person might, if they have a capacity, if relationship has still some potential, this person might turn the other side to you, and you come back together. Or sometimes there is indeed no potential relationship, and there is no this side in this person what we hoped for. And then you will attract somebody else who will be on the same wavelength as you, and who will be more in tune with who you became. But we are talking about, for example, house where you want to live. If this is not a house that you already have and you want to just change your residence, with a house, again, go for description. With a house, you can be more concrete, because a house is a house. House is something that you can buy of your own. You don't need anyone else. So you're not intruding on somebody's space. Because, for example, if you imagine, let's say, your ex-partner, behaving in a certain way, this is intrusion into their energy space, and this is not going to work, and it can backfire on you. So don't do that. But when you're describing a house, for example, or a location or a neighborhood, Then you can be more specific, because if this is something that you can clearly visualize, this is something that you can attract, something you can create for yourself. Same goes for profession, same goes for community, same goes for anything else. So, letter from the future.